Okay, I've seen this news on Twitter everywhere, dog. Everybody knows the famous slap of the century, bro. The slap that slapped everybody back in time. Now I've seen like Twitter like snippets of her interview, bro. And then like I've seen people tweeting about it, like saying she's the worst woman ever.
Last week we were talking about how Jada Pinkett Smith has her husband Will Smith down bad via her new book and autobiography Worthy.
Oh, I feel so bad for Will Smith, dude. He could have had Margot Robbie, man.
That is set to come out very soon, where she professed her forever love for Tupac and posted a video of them dancing around to one of Will's biggest hits, proclaiming that their three souls were forever intertwined. And much like a music artist doing promo for a new album, Jada has been going around doing interviews to promote her tell-all book. And to me, the release of this book could really be the last straw for Will, as he has stood by this woman's side while she has made him look like a clown over and over and over again. He himself released a book about his life just last year, and he did not embarrass or expose her a single time within the hundreds of pages. If anything, I feel like he just propped her up and tried to make her look as good as possible. And so far, pretty much everything we know about her book has just been these very small excerpts, and Will is already getting crushed once again. So I'm sure there is much more dirty laundry to be spilled into these virtual streets.
That shit stank, don't it? Ugh.
And so in teasing this interview, the Today Show has been dropping a couple of bombs over the last couple of days. And this one really sent the internet into a frenzy, as Jada Pinkett Smith reveals that she and Will Smith have been separated since 2016.
Oh, I've seen this. I was so shocked by this. So the slap was like a year ago, bro. So he slapped her for nothing?
Apparently.
That I actually had to reread it because I said, is this true?
Right.
Was that in 2016, you and Will decided that you were going to live completely separate lives.
Yes.
It was not a divorce on paper,
Right.
but it was a divorce. So from the year 2016, which is 7 years ago now,
Yes.
y'all have been apart.
Nah, man.
That's fucked
Going
up.
like this, with the sound effect, talking about your divorce while you're smiling like an evil villain. It's just an insane way to act, especially knowing like the whole narrative surrounding their marriage at this point. It almost feels to me like in absolutely everything she does, not only does she not care about the way it's going to affect Will, but it's almost like at this point she gets off on embarrassing him.
She has embarrassed him so many fucking times.
This interview on Bravo's Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen was taped a year after Will and Jada separated.
So how long have you guys been together?
23 years.
Wow. That's amazing. How do you keep it hot?
How do I keep it hot? You know,
By banging other dudes.
I don't know. I mean, I'm baffled, really.
Yeah, right.
Over the next several years, Jada and Will kept up the appearance of a
Didn't she cheated? Oh no, she had an entanglement with another dude, right? With isn't it like a guy younger than her? Like her son's age?
committed married couple. They even faced a scandal when Jada had what she called an entanglement with a family friend.
Yeah,
Oh, it's a family friend. I remember. It's I think her son or daughter's friend. That's kind of
family
weird.
friend who apparently was introduced to the family via her son. Can you guys imagine one of your parents being on that type of time? Like, you introduce them to, you know, one of your friends, maybe somebody that you were working with, and then they end up having this whole relationship with them. They're sleeping together within your house.
Bro, imagine Jada Smith has to be fucked in some way. Imagine your mom fucking your friend. Bro, I cannot live it down.
Like, I don't care how big your mansion is. He was still in your parents' bed with your mom.
Where your mom at?
I guess my question is, I feel like you're a straight talker,
I am.
Why is she getting emotional?
except you're not sometimes.
Yeah.
So why do that? Like, what was the reason?
Doesn't make absolutely any sense. It's like telling someone, hey, I feel like you're a very honest person, except when you fucking lied. And also, I'm sorry, guys, but I just gotta do this.
Still trying to figure
You
out
better-
between the two of us.
You better hope
how
Will
do we
Smith don't see it or he
present
slap you
that to
again.
people.
And I think some of you guys would be surprised that there's actually a lot of people out there who live this way. Like, it's like they haven't been married for years, there's no affection there, there's really no sense of romance, it's almost just like roommates living together. But these people remain married, whether it be, you know, for children, for financial reasons. And I've personally never really understood that. Like, I think that life is a little bit too short, and I could see that becoming very depressing. Like, day after day, you're still around this person who you used to share, like, obviously a love life with, and now that love is just completely gone. Like I said, it's almost like you're just roommates.
Jada says she considered a legal divorce, but could never go through with it.
I made a promise that there will never be a reason for us to get a divorce. We will work through whatever. I just haven't been able to break that promise.
I think at a certain point, that philosophy has to be broken. Like when your relationship is just beyond repair, you have the divorce, so you stop hurting each other and yourself.
Promise.
So it almost sounds to me like, based on her tone and everything that she said in this interview, that she really does not want to be with Will anymore. Like, to me, it's almost painting like if Will's like desperately hanging on to the relationship, hanging on to what they used to have, and she's like, oh yeah, I'm looking for a reason in my brain to act like I still love this man.
But you still live separately.
We live separately.
And part of me wonders if this is Jada's final attempt to just kind of set the record straight. I mean, obviously it's been years of people saying that she was cheating on Will, and that basically she's a bad and embarrassing wife, and she's coming out to say, really, I'm not a wife at all. Me and this guy right here, like, we have not been together.
There were different stages in my marriage where Will and I decided we were not together. I was actually thinking about divorcing, separating. I mean, there have been several of those.
And it's interesting to me that when she's talking about this subject, she keeps talking about, I wanted a divorce. I was gonna do this. I was gonna do that. Like, I'm thinking within the relationship dynamic, she's just absolutely dominating this man. There was that video that leaked around a year ago that showed the way she kind of talks to him in private.
I would say don't just start filming me without asking me
Oh my goodness.
if you could film me.
Sam, come help us again, please. I'm still dealing with foolishness.
Don't. Nah, cause she don't just.
Would you say that she helped us heal the hurts that we caused between one another?
My social media presence is my bread and butter, okay? So you can't just use me for social media and not, you know, don't just start rolling. I'm standing in my house. Don't just start rolling.
I mean, that's a reasonable response. The man is living in his own home, in his comfort of his own home, doing whatever the fuck he wants in his own home that he paid for. A little privacy after being such a big celebrity is reasonable.
I mean, Jada's kind of like a husband out here from the 1950s. Like, yeah, I'm gonna stay with my poor wife, but I'm also gonna run all around town. Not gonna show her any love and affection while she tries to cling to my heart. And who gives a damn about how she feels? And so, of course, the whole separated since 2016 arc was kind of the big bombshell. But then this morning they put out the clip where she addresses Will slapping Chris at the Oscars, which at this point seems like
I think I saw this too. I saw a clip of it.
it was at least like 5 years ago.
Will then went on a profane tirade warning Chris not to mention his wife's name. Jada couldn't believe what she was hearing.
What is going on? Now, first of all, I'm really shocked because, mind you, I'm not there. We haven't called each other husband and wife in a long time.
Ooh.
I'm like, what is going on right
keep
now?
my wife's name
out of your mouth, right?
So now Jada is saying, I didn't even want Will to do that shit. She is...
Bro, is throwing your husband under the bus for a book worth it though? Like, even though you're not husband anymore, you don't have to say this, bro. You don't have to say that in television. With what? With freaking the Today Show. Like, now everybody's publishing this, bro, calling Will a fucking cock.
Becoming more like the man in the relationship with every single interview. She's like, you need to sit your ass down and calm down. Like, have y'all ever been with a girl like that, or one of your boys have a girlfriend like that, where y'all try and go out and she's like trying to cause problems, get into fights with other girls, and you're gonna have to end up now fighting this group of guys that's with this girl? And you're like, dude, you need to calm your girlfriend down.
What viewers did not see at the time, while Oscar clips were being shown, was Chris Rock leaning over the stage to talk to Jada.
And Chris looks to me and he says, Jada, I meant no harm. Now, I'm just out of it because I'm really worried about
And
Will.
what's Will doing? He's just sitting there?
And Will's still talking. He's like, he's still, because now he's mad because Chris is talking to me. And I go, Chris, this is about some old shit. And I couldn't really take in his apology.
And we have to acknowledge that the reason, at least I believe, that Will did this after reading his book is that it was actually just more of kind of a knee-jerk reaction that's actually based more in his childhood. Because if you read his book, he talks a lot about how a lot of times he looks in the mirror and sees a coward. And the reason that he feels this way is because growing up, he would see his father beating on his mother. And even though he was just a kid at the time who was pretty much powerless, he always felt bad for never stepping in and telling his dad to stop. And it's almost like he would just freeze up while his other siblings actually would try to help his mom out. And so that's why he said even as a man, even after he had all these accomplishments, kind of got everything he wanted in life, he would still look in the mirror and see this coward. So I'm sure when that moment went down, especially in front of such a big group of people, it was almost like a PTS thing, and he just not only had to say something, but completely see red and go up there and slap the man. Like I've told you guys this, to me, Will is pretty much an icon. He stars in one of my favorite sitcoms of all time, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Growing up, he was one of the biggest action stars out there. I always look forward to watching his different movies. But I think it's kind of gotten to the point where I can't really feel that bad for him anymore. And so a lot of people are speculating that this old shit she was talking about when she says, like, I'm sorry, Chris, Will was just mad about this old shit, is actually this, okay? They say Jada Pinkett Smith reveals that Chris Rock once asked her out amid Will Smith divorce rumors. He called me and basically he was like, I'd love to take you out. And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, well, aren't you and Will getting a divorce? I was like, no, Chris, those are just rumors. He was appalled and he profusely apologized, and that was that. Either way, guys, it is crazy to me that she's—
Whoa, 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 whoa. So you're saying Chris Rock tried to tap that? Oh, sheesh. Wait, this story might need further investigation. So Chris Rock tried to tap Jada, and now Will Smith had that in the back of his mind now. So it's technically, he still just wanted to smack him for going at his wife, or like he still liked her at that time. Oh, interesting.
Come out with all this information about the separation, and also how she was pretty much embarrassed by Will's actions that night, that she was surprised to be called his wife, and that she pretty much felt like he needed to calm down like an angry girl in the club, while this man is out here fighting for his life. But y'all let me know what you guys think about this update down below. The embarrassment of Will Smith seems like it's never really gonna come to an end, but as always, I do want to thank you guys for watching today's video, dropping a like and subscribing. But as you guys know, it's been your boy the Tan Superman, and some other crazy couples out here need to be covered, so I'm out. Peace!
I think that was a pretty good video. I didn't know a lot of stuff like that. Wow, that's kind of crazy.